Hello folks, and I'm just out for a test drive on my brand new Mark III puddle jumper. I've nicknamed it the Sawtooth, and I think I'm going to go through a build today for it with you. And let's see. Much better than the other one, the other two models of it. Come on. Don't maybe turn on the train assist. Alright, we'll hand brake and spin the back end around. And like I said, unlike the other two models, the prior two, this thing actually has some ground clearance. And park it right at the edge. And just cause I am going to drop the suspension so that way it's hunkered down on the ground and sitting there. It ain't gonna move. It's always been part of the design. You want to hunker it down straight on the ground by dropping the strength. Now, actually, I'm gonna get back in here. Tell you what, then. Fine, we'll do that. Much better. Alright, so there we go. As we can see, there's nothing underneath. It's got side mount connectors. It's nothing underneath. It's a Sawtooth. And whereas you've got this nice connector and this nice landing gear that, while a great safety feature, forces these to a lower speed limit. Okay, I'm in creative at the moment. I really wanted to be in survival, but only fast. It means that either one of the earlier models of Puddle Jumper, if you smack into the ground too hard, you lose the connector and possibly the landing gear. You smack into it slightly harder, you lose the whole middle of the ship, and it snaps right in half. I mean, just literally snap right up the middle. So you have the back end flying off one direction, the front end flying off another, and if the cockpit gets destroyed, which is about 50-50, you're being flung alongside the cockpit. The new model, however, I've put a bit more work into the suspension. However, it may or may not be ideal. Like on ice, what it's set at right now, it's not ideal. It really isn't. So I'm gonna hop back into this thing, turn the handbrake off, drive it down here, and park it at the bottom of the hill. That's parked enough. Alright, so what we want to do is new small ship, and I will drop it right there. We need that. We need that LCD panel, that LCD panel. That's going to be basically, I need that for everything. Alright, one of those, because you got to have it. Where's the oxygen generator? That's right there. Okay, so, and I am missing, nope, I'm not. Good. Alright, so, build it a couple so that way you can. Alright, and what we're doing here is we're using an LCD panel. Now I got this whole trick for the LCD panels off of WastedSpace when he was discussing the General B. And it intrigued me so much that I basically went ahead and did this whole total conversion thing. And I'm calling it the Sawtooth because of these. Now I'm in creative, so yeah, I can just do this whole control drag thing, which is great. There we are. Now we're going for the 3x3 suspension. Bar part down, bar part down. Bar part down, and bar part down if you've never built a proper rover. There we go. Now, I am going to, we'll set up the very first gear and group, and that is wheels. Now, I'm trying to remember offhand what I had. So, power, 60 friction. I think I had that at 65. Okay, damping. I currently think I have that set at 10. Strength at 55. And leave the rest for now. Save. Now, stick in the last bit of Sawtooth. Bam. There's your chassis. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I will nudge it, and then it'll drift forward, make it a couple of bumpers. And I'll make a couple of bumpers here too. Alright, well, I've made some bumpers. Alright, part the first. I don't need that. So let's get the cockpit on. Flush up. Oxygen generator tacked right behind it. Like I said, it's going to bump back and forth. However, I got a cockpit now. And I think I'll grab some ice out of one of the other puddle jumpers. You know, they're only good for being snapped. I need more than just 100. There we are. Can't do anything until I got power, but at the same time, I'm going to engage the handbrake there. Now it shouldn't drift much, if at all. Alright. Part the first. We are going to run our cargo containers. Now both are going to be side-by-side mount, or sorry, end-to-end. The first one will have the small conveyor facing sides, and the second will have the small conveyor facing up. You're going to be dropping 3 small conveyors here. Oh, sorry, wrong. Here, 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 and here. Here. Can't put those on yet, but we can right after we get the connector on. So, side mount connectors, as opposed to bottom mount like all the rest of the puddle jumpers. What we're doing with all these extra small conveyors is laying in what we need for the reactors, which I'm actually going to lay them in right now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, 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 back, and back. Alright, and I will need a second one of these for here. Now, next up, very important part. Very, very important part. Batteries. Without batteries, you ain't going nowhere, son. Alright, so antenna. We're going to drop that. Stop jittering. Thank you. Drop that right there. Before I do anything else, I need to make sure this thing's on neutral. Neutral's off. Good. Alright, now for what the other part is. 180. Toward the front. There we go. There's our remote control, so we can control it via radio to bring it to you if you accidentally leave it hovering like I have in the past. And you run out of jetpack. Alright, so that's done. We need gyros, we need atmospheric thrusters, and why did I take them off? I don't know, but eh. Alright, so this will be our damps, thank you. These will be our terrain assist thrusters. 3 gyros, and that'll be more than enough to Alright. Now we'll configure the thruster groups as we lay them in. So you want to lay in, say, just the atmospheric thrusters for thrust assist. And then you also want to save it as, say, Atmo, so that we can enable all your atmospheric thrusters in one go. Atmo is for all thrusters. You know, if you just enable the rear thrusters using thrust assist, you can get up a hill that you couldn't normally drive up. Alright, so... And I put the ore detector in there, didn't I? Okay. Right, well, remove that, and next. Again, tell it to not target neutrals, and if you really don't want to, there, neutrals off. And now it'll stack up in that position. Alright, we are going to lay in the lateral thrusters now. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now thrust assist, we'll turn those off. Select atmosphere, or thrust assist on the first one at least, and save. Now, actually what you need to do is select all the thrusters, select Atmo, and there we go. That's saved. Now, for our flip thrusters. Unlike the prior models, this one will only have flip thrusters on the back, and that's mainly due to space requirements. I really don't have the space to lay in anything else for those, or at any other location, I should say. Maybe I'm overlooking something on it, but alright, now we just fill in its extra armor. It looks derpy. I don't care. Ah, crap. Oh, where's the Gatling gun? There's the Gatling gun. Neutrals off, block back on. There we go, now it's properly centered and everything. Now we've got the flip thrusters on. Laterals need to be off too. Alright, so select atmosphere, see what thrusters aren't there, and those be your flip thrusters. Alright. Go up here, select Atmo, save as Atmo. There we go. Now we need our lift thrusters. And again, select Atmo, find the thrusters that aren't selected, so 14 to here. Lift thrusters, or list thrusters, yeah, that's about right sometimes. Alright, we'll turn them off. Select all the thrusters, scroll back up, select Atmo, and save. There we go. Our thrusters are laid in. Time to lay in. Well, except for the retros, but we'll not worry about those at the moment. Drills have to be in place first, so drill, small conveyor tube. Alright, so drill, drill. It's the one I actually physically have. I don't think I need that anymore. Might need that. Alright, need that. Need that. Need that. Actually, you know what I need up here that I don't have? A camera. Alright, so camera. Granted, I'm building this a lot faster than most of you would at home, because mainly I'm cheating and I'm in creative at the moment. But you already saw I drove around in one, and it is one that I built in standard. Alright, right there. Good. Alright, remove the drills, remove that. That should be all fine. Alright. Alright, well, we're effectively done with the ship. I just need to lay in all the little sawtooth edges. So, regular armor block. Use both of those. And, oh yes, a spotlight. Dropping a spotlight on. Come on, there we go. So, aside from the groups being set up, oh yeah, it'd help if the bumpers were out of the way. There we go. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Select Atmo. Select the 5 retros. Turn them off. Well, aside from individual settings that I can tweak and tune on the fly, Tonka Tough. There you go, guys. That's a puddle jumper. Mark III Sawtooth. And that's because of all the nice little serrated edges on it. I hope you download this sucker. I hope you enjoy this sucker. It's absolutely a pleasure to drive. Turn off the handbrake and do some nighttime driving through a forest. Let's wreck some trees. How many light rovers can do that kind of grade sideways? Whee! Or fly through the air with the greatest of ease. Whoa! Wheels are a bit wonky. Ha! Ah, that was fun. It still has a wheel. If I flip it over, I might be able to drive it back. Or drag it back. Whatever. I'll see you guys around.